Hello everyone, welcome to Good Morning Tarot. Now this is a general reading and it is open to all zodiac signs. So just take what resonates with you. It is also timeless, so anytime you find yourself watching this video, you might get a message here for you. Now let's try to see what is the main energy at the beginning of the day. Okay, we have here the Magician. This is a very good card because it tells us that whatever challenges you will meet as you start the day and the days to follow, everything that you need is provided for you. You have the mental capacity, the emotional stability, the spiritual strength, the spiritual fire, and at the same time also the resources that you will need to get things done. And at the same time, you will somehow be aware of the support coming from the universe, which can be symbolized by the eternity sign and also the belt, wherein the belt is a snake that is biting its tail. So there is that presence of the eternity. And at the same time, there will be a lot of creative activities that you will be doing in the near future. So there are a lot of things that you are going to do, but you also have that creativity to get things done. So in your presence, many things can flourish. So this is a very beautiful card to start the day. Let's try to see how this will further unfold. Okay, you see here, we have here the Six of Wands. And the Six of Wands shows a person who is very, very victorious, very successful. So whatever challenges you will encounter, because you have all the resources, all the capacities that you need for that endeavor, it will lead to success. So it's a good card. It will lead to victory, and people will notice the success that you will attain. What is the advice of the universe for us? Well, I think here we have here the Four of Pentacles. Maybe what we need to counter is that insecurity or sense of inadequacy. That is something that maybe we should need to give attention to. Oftentimes when we have this kind of energy wherein we feel we don't have the capacity, or we don't have the resources, or we don't have the ability to get things done, a certain sense of insecurity, this is something that maybe we need to overcome. Because when you look at it, the Magician is counterposing the Four of Pentacles. It's as if let go of your inhibitions, let go of your sense of insecurity, trust the universe, and trust that you have the capacity to get things done. Oftentimes, what keeps us moving forward is sometimes we feel inadequate. But you know what? We are not alone. Even in our inadequacy, the universe fills up what is lacking. So always remember that. With the divine, with the spirit in our life, everything that is lacking in us, the divine will fill it up. So knowing that, being humble to discover, having that wisdom to know the things that we can do and the things that we cannot do, will allow us to get things done. Because when you know, okay, these are the only things that I can do, I'm going to give it my best. But the things that is beyond my control or beyond my capacity, we can always entrust it to the divine. You can always say, Lord, I know this has to be done, but it's beyond me. I don't know how to solve this. I don't know how to get this one done. Can you take care of it for me? And oftentimes the Lord will take care of it for us. All we need is to ask and we shall receive. So knowing to identify the things that we can do and do it the best way we could, and then entrusting the things that are beyond our control to the divine, will allow us to get things done. So do not worry. In your insecurities, just try to identify what are the things I can do, and what are the things you can do, you do. And then the other things you entrust to the divine. Oftentimes, you will be surprised when you embark on the activity that you are being led by the Spirit to accomplish. When you start embarking to it, sometimes even if you haven't asked the things that you need, the divine will immediately provide it for you. Like for example, if you need assistance from other people who are specifically informed with the endeavor that you're going to do, sometimes even before you have asked from the divine, immediately these people will arrive. So when help comes, welcome it with gratitude. Thank you. Thank you for arriving. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit, for sending me all this assistance. So always also have that thankful spirituality and also that trust, that faith that if you are being inspired to accomplish something, everything that you will need will be given to you. So let go of your fears, let go of the insecurities, just do your part and the rest, and trust to the Spirit and your Spirit guides, and trust everything, and then you contribute your part and all those fears will go away. Sometimes the fear is only in the beginning. Once you start taking the step forward, sooner or later the confidence develops, and sooner or later it will lead to success, the success of the Six of Wands. So overcome your fear, let go of your inhibitions, your fear, and move forward. Everything that you need for the journey is already provided for you. So this is what we have for our tarot reading. Let us now go to the self-care tip. For our self-care tip, the message comes from W. Clement Stone. And the message is, aim for the moon. If you miss, you may hit a star. Okay. What comes to my mind right now was this cartoon caption, this cartoon drawing wherein there's this moon and a rocket ship hit the eye of the moon. It's like bullseye, okay, moon's eye. It's beautiful. I mean, I remember when my uncle, when I was about to take my board examinations in the government, when I was, for my course, the course that I took, my uncle told me, aim for top 10. If you don't get the top 10, then you get still, if you miss that, you'd still get a higher point because you really aimed high. So it's like that for us also. When we look at it here, when you look at the tarot reading that we just had, no, instead of having the spirit of the Four of Pentacles wherein you feel insecure, where you feel like, how I cannot do it. That's, you know how it is when you easily get discouraged by yourself at the beginning of a project. Even before you started the project, you're already discouraged because you feel inadequate. No, instead of that, why not just say, okay, I'll try, I give it a try, and then you aim for the best. Like for example, don't just give it a little try, give it for the best, aim for number 1. And if you miss number 1, you might get number 5 or number 10. It's like that. So aim for the moon. If you miss it, you might get the star. So always aim high, give it your best. There's a difference between aspiring for excellence and applying for perfection. With perfection, there is a certain tension that accompanies it. You know how it is when there's a little imperfection in your work, you feel uneasy, and then you feel anxious, you want to make it perfect. Instead of trying to aim for perfection, aim for excellence. You give it your best. Now, sometimes the imperfections that you might have, as long as you give it your best, it can be a work of art. You know how it is sometimes when you create something and then the imperfection in the end ended up the most beautiful thing in the project that you made. So it's okay. Don't put yourself too much tension with perfection. Just give it your best and make the best of it. Make the best of what you have with all the resources and everything, because somehow as you start this new chapter, you have the card of the Magician, which tells you everything that you need is already provided for you. So just give it your best. Aim for number 1. If you miss it, you might get number 5. So just aim for the best. And when you do that, when you give it your best, you strive for excellence, you give your heart, your mind, your soul, and your spirit, you are on fire, then the probability of success increases. So you might reach that 6 of Wands wherein you become a victor and people also recognize the contribution that you have made. So don't be afraid, aim for the best, give it your best shot. If you miss it, at least you gave it your best, and that's the important thing. And oftentimes, even if you miss it, because you gave it your best, the result will still be beautiful. So that's it for our self-care tip and our Good Morning Tarot. I hope that it has inspired you in the present challenges that you are encountering right now. Thank you for the likes and comments you've given to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. I hope to see you again soon. Until that time, may God continue to bless your ways.